Welcome back to the Crypto Clown World channel. I am your host with the honks, Jason Bruce. I'm gonna get honking on in. Actually, I'm sitting on Caspa there, but I want to jump over to Bitcoin here. This is the 15-minute candles this morning for BTC, and we've actually got a lot going on here. I apologize if this is a little messy, but we do have some spider lines here that we're dealing with as far as our kind of support and resistance goes. So we're in this sort of falling, broadening wedge here, and it's been a nice consolidation. We had a bit of a chubby symmetrical triangle, tried to fake out to the downside, had this nice break up, actually broke up to the upper resistance line of the channel there, and was trying to consolidate and break out of this point of control with support at the 21 MA on this 15-minute area in here. And this line here where we kind of broke down corresponds to this previous channel that we were in, where we kind of popped up here. So the way I see it, this line could be important here because it could be our resistance if we come up here in this area. Maybe $44.5 or $45,000 before Bitcoin, kind of figures out what it wants to do this morning. So, as far as like price targets for this formation, you look here where your measured move would take you. You're up somewhere in this range, 46.7. Take that full measured move, then it takes us up there to that area, and that's around $47,000, just north of $47,000, $47,179. Okay. So that's kind of the short-term picture this morning for BTC. If for any reason it can't gain traction and support to those areas, we do have some confluence here between the golden pocket and this measured move down, which is around $42,000. It's a high volume node just below that, down to around 41.4. Below that, I would think we would see a significant move lower, and there's supports down here, 40,000, 39.2, 38.4, and I believe even some around 37 area, 37-ish in here where we saw this consolidation. So I'm not foreseeing that this morning. We're actually working with some bullish divergence here, which I believe will be pushing the price up, but again, it's only going to push us up to a local resistance before figuring out what the trend might be. So, this kind of has to consolidate a little bit more before we can really get a clearer picture. But let's take a look at the 1 hour here. And there's actually a little bit of bullish consolidation here. That looks to be bullish divergence there. So that's looking pretty good. 4 hour. 4 hours got that scoop to it on the stochastics. That's super interesting. And then you've got this hidden bullish divergence here. So that's real favorable for the 4 hour. You get a bounce on the 4 hour, you're going to be moving up to those other targets that we discussed. And let's just real quick check the 12 hour, because that was our most recent significant close, and it does look like we're actually building momentum with this nice green candle and then this closure above this downtrend channel here. So stuff to keep an eye on this 12-hour time frame. Did open with a bit of bearish div here. Okay, you are supported by some hidden bullish, and we did sort of zoom in on that on the 4 hour where it showed it's actually potentially pretty strong. Stochastics are moving into a position of neutrality, but technically kind of floating bearish with this blue under the red. So we'd like to see that move back above throughout the course of the day here. This candle may give us a chance to do that, but we would have to take out this volume node here, start to see some closures above this $44,000 area, excuse me, before the end of the daily close here. So Bitcoin's looking pretty good. Let's flip on over to Ethereum, and it looks like we're actually getting a bit of a breakout move candle here. We do have a nice bullish divergence here on the 7-minute candles. Let's flip over to the 15. Interesting. That divergence does not show up on the 15. There is, however, a pretty strong hidden bullish divergence. So I think we'll heed that this morning for the 15 for Ethereum. You're sort of consolidating in this wedge pattern here. But I do like what this candle is doing as we're kind of progressing here, and we just had a 2-hour open as well, so let's take a look at that real quick. Two-hour pumped on hidden bullish. So that was your move there, swinging down on the RSI, swinging up in price action. It took us up here, and now we're in this consolidation. So potentially some moves coming for ETH. Let's see if the 1 hour gives us a little more here. I hope you're enjoying the tunes this morning, laid back on this Friday, December 8th. And folks, if you're enjoying the content this morning, please honk the like button for me. If you're not, get subscribed to my channel and select the bell for notifications so that we bring you the updates in a timely manner in the future. Our updates have been really key in the mornings over the last couple weeks, in my personal opinion. Not trying to honk my own horn, but if you followed the general trend of what I've been doing and taking some entries in the morning, you potentially could have had some good scalps going forward, as well as some entries on some different altcoins. So I hope this stuff has been helping you out and that it's been a learning experience so far. We're going to continue to learn and win here in this bull market. Just keep in mind, nothing that I say this morning should be construed as financial advice. Get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence and research before jumping into any coin project, investment, or trade. And with that in mind, I'll zoom out a little bit more on Ethereum. And we may be getting a little bit of a bearish cross here. This is definitely bearish div, where you're higher on the RSI here, lower on the RSI here, but higher in price action. So we have to be very careful with that this morning. It's definitely concerning. You got stochastics flipping into a position of weakness. And so the idea would be that you would hope that the 7-minute would carry you into the 15-minute and beyond. But that 4-hour picture was looking a little sketchy. And as we're looking at the 12-hour for ETH as well, this is also looking just a little bit sketch, because we do have just a little bit of bearish tilt there as we're swinging up on this candle, much higher in price action but lower on the RSI, lower in price action, higher on the RSI. But we do have a bullish tilt on the stochastic, so potentially some false or hidden signals this morning. So we're going to heed the smaller time frames and until Bitcoin wants to yield us a trend here. This looks like bullish consolidation still for Bitcoin. So I'm going to jump over to Matic because Matic has been making a strong move. Full disclosure, I have leveraged longs open for Ethereum and Matic as well as a few others. So this is in a nice profit right now. I am swing long from this area around 79 cents. I did leverage up at that point. And again, similar to ETH, we are seeing a little bit of bearish div creep in on a 15-minute this morning. But we did see breakout of this larger uptrend channel here and potentially trying to retest that right now. But as we zoom out to the hourly, there is more bearish divergence here with this uptrend channel. So do have to be careful with that, even though we are printing this green candle. Stochastics are kind of waffling a little bit, and it wouldn't be impossible to think about a retest of the 200 weekly at around 77 cents. So try to be careful there. 4 hour, however, the 4 hour is actually implying there's a breakout in progress. This divergence here being broken and stochastics are in a position of strength. So really I do see higher price targets for Matic coming in 90 cents, 95 cents, and much higher. $5, $12, $18. Altcoins have definitely started to explode over the last couple weeks. And I did try to warn everybody about that before I really started diving back into the studio. One altcoin that's been exploding really kind of previous to the whole run with Bitcoin and ETH starting has been Caspa. I did miss out on that a little bit initially, so I decided to FOMO in on a long position from this consolidation area down here. So I am in profit on that right now. But Caspa is kind of waffling here a little bit on the 15-minute time frame. Just a little bit of bearish divergence has forced the price down. RSI below this 50 level. Stochastics in a position of weakness, and price at the area where it may test this lower Bollinger Band or even retest this breakout level around the point of control at 129. If I see that, I may leverage up on my position just a little bit. We'll have to see what's going on there. So another one I've been looking at and that I am swing long on right now is Dogecoin. And Doge looks like it's trying to build some strength again on the 15-minute this morning. Just want to get a swing out on the 4 hour and get an idea of whether this thing is going to flip this 200 weekly moving average, which is just above the point of consolidation that we're at here, into support finally, as we did get a little bit of a failure swing there. So I think the idea here is that you've got a little bit of a falling wedge and that we could be seeing the breakout of that. I'd like to see price action move up to this volume node here and then start closing 4 hour candles above the area of 10.27 cents. All right. Stochastics is trying to move into a position of strength here. RSI is in a position of strength above 50. So we'll see if that continues for Doge. And it's trying on the hourly, but the stochastics don't look good. RSI is looking okay. And as we flip out to the 12 hour here, there's actually potential for this. So we do see this consolidation again below the 200 weekly. Stochastics are trying to flip bullish. RSI, I'm not seeing any problems there either, just some consolidation, but below the point of strength here at the 70 level. So not looking too tough here for Doge this morning. And flipping over to another meme coin just to get the beat on Pepe this morning. This consolidation is actually looking a little bearish. Pepe could retest these lows around 131 to 120 area. If you see that, probably not a bad area to jump in. So that's a few of our altcoins, meme coins to go along with the BTC picture. Obviously, if you see BTC pump, you'll probably see the rest of these assets pump as well. And things are looking pretty favorable on the smaller time frames for Bitcoin this morning. So let's see if the bullishness continues through the weekend and we do pump up to these targets here. As I was saying, potentially around $47,000 or even $48,000. This is where I think the ultimate resistance is going to start coming into the market. You'll see some divergences creep in on a little higher time frames around this $48,000 to $50,000 level for Bitcoin. And we're going to need to start being more cautious in this market once we see prices come up to this level. We do have strength in the market for right now, though. We're looking good on the lower time frames this morning, as I said, so I'm going to jump from here. I do have the CR Rhinos podcast later today. You all can tune into that. Join us in the lounge. You can join my Discord as well. Just reach out to me for a link. Again, my name is Jason Bruce. This is Crypto Clown World. Have yourselves a fantastic day, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Again, on your way out, if you haven't, please honk the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications so we bring you these videos again in a timely manner. Have yourselves a blessed Sunday. We'll catch up with you soon. And take care of yourselves, folks.